goes to school? Let's find out. Well, it was Monday morning and Mom was loading the washing machine and Lily wasn't helping. She was hiding BoBo among the towels and sheets. "Please stop that, Lily," said Mom. "I'll never get this done." Lily stopped, but then she started to throw BoBo into the air and catch him. BoBo could tell it was going to be one of Lily's bad days. After Mom had turned on the washing machine, it was time to go shopping. She pulled Lily's sweater over her head and pushed her arms into the sleeves. Lily did not help. She went all limp like a rag doll. "Shall we take BoBo?" said Mom. "I'm sure he'd like to come." Lily stopped going limp and together they looked for BoBo. They found him hiding under a cushion and they were ready to set off. While Lily and BoBo were waiting on the sidewalk for Mom to open up the stroller, they saw a school bus pull up. The bus monitor helped the children on board and the driver closed the door. Just as the bus was pulling away, Lily did a terrible thing. She swung BoBo around and around by his leg and threw him high into the air. Just like that, BoBo flew up headfirst and landed smack on the top of the roof of the bus as it was pulling away. Lily and Mom were too shocked to move. They both stood there as the bus disappeared. "BoBo, BoBo, come back!" But it was too late. BoBo was gone. Lily and Mom rushed indoors and Mom got on the phone and she spoke to a lady from the school and told her all about BoBo, that he'd be arriving soon. Lily cried and cried. "He might fall off," she howled, "and I won't see him ever again." Well, in fact, BoBo had not fallen off. He was lying face up, rushing along very fast, looking up at the sky. Sometimes he slipped a bit, but he stayed on board. It was rather exciting for BoBo. He had never traveled on a bus without Lily before. Down below, the children were laughing and talking and looking out the bus windows. They had no idea BoBo was riding on the roof of their bus. Soon, the bus arrived at school and the driver stopped near the entrance and BoBo went flying straight into a bush. It felt like being a bird. For a moment, BoBo thought he was a bird. He was rather tired from all the excitement, so he just lay there swaying gently and wondering what would happen next. What an extraordinary day this was turning out for BoBo. Well, back at home, Lily's day was going from bad to worse. Mom telephoned the school again, and the lady who answered said the driver had looked on top of the bus, but there was no toy there. Lily began to cry. It was terrible to think she had thrown away her oldest, dearest friend. "I want BoBo back," she sobbed. Meanwhile, as BoBo was resting among the leaves, the children came out for recess. A little girl named Molly, who was playing by the bush with her friend, found BoBo and handed him to her teacher. All the children crowded around and made a great fuss over him. No one knew where he had come from. So they took him to the classroom and they put him in a special place on the interest shelf right over there. And he sat for the rest of the morning while the children learned about counting and they drew pictures and listened to a story. When the lady in the school office heard that BoBo had been found, she telephoned Mom and Lily and they drove over to the school right away. Lily was allowed to go into the classroom to collect him. And when she saw him on the interest shelf, she ran straight over and hugged him. Then the teacher and Lily showed Lily what they'd been doing with BoBo. They told her they'd been playing a game. They were trying to guess what his name was. Each of them had written their guess down. Rex, Binks, Mr. Floppy Ears, Ringo, Barney, King Arthur. Lily told them that none had gotten right because his name was BoBo. Oh, she was so happy, and she thanked them and she said goodbye. "What a relief we've found him," said Mom, when at last they arrived back home. "I think he liked it at school, and you'll like it too, Lily. when you're old enough to go there. Lily was hugging Bobo very tight and pressed her face against his nose. I'll never, ever throw you away again, she whispered. Bobo didn't say anything. Lily's bad day had turned out very well after all. Okay, that's the name of Bobo Goes to School. Great story. All right, we have a birthday today. Well, actually, I think it might have been yesterday, but we're going to celebrate it today. It's Miranda's birthday. Oh, Miranda. Miranda's brother Henry is away at school, but I'm sure he called to celebrate, and her dad, Arthur, and her mom, Camille, I'm sure that they had a great celebration for Miranda too. So we're going to sing a little happy birthday to Miranda. And again, we don't have our birthday cake, but let's see if we can remember what some of those votes were that the children usually send in. I know Molly and Alice and Jolene like chocolate, as do Graham and Audrey and Lila. Julian, let's see, is it Bevy? Yes, Bevy and Henry, they like chocolate too. B and Ben, oh, they love their chocolate. On the vanilla side of the equation, we have KJ, and we have Martha and Clara. Yes, indeed. We have Joseph, and we have his brother Christopher. We have Harris. We have Riley. Yes, Riley. And we have Harris's sister, Maya. And I think that's probably it. Oh, Sarah. Sarah also likes vanilla. So let's see. How many did we have for chocolate? I think we had 11 for chocolate and 9 for vanilla. So that means that Miranda is getting a chocolate cake. I hope you like your chocolate cake, Miranda. Let's sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miranda. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Cameron and Dan. And remember, Oberon is not with us. He's back in Seacliff, but we'll be together soon, very soon. Remember though, I love you all very, very much.